This thing on? I guess it's on. Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about, well, anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers, wherever they may shoot. And I do have a special guest tonight. I always pronounce his name wrong. Um, Chuck from Faith and Archery. If you recognize him, he has a son that shoots bows a lot, and we've seen him around the way. How are you doing tonight, Chuck?
I'm doing excellent. How you doing?
I'm doing great. As I start out every podcast with every guest, how was your weekend?
Great. Spent the weekend with my son. His birthday. We went to Richard B. Russell and camped out for the weekend.
15. Is that what you said?
15 years old. Yep.
Time to get in the car and roll.
Yeah, he just got his learner's permit, so everybody watch out.
Well, if people don't know who is your son, and he's been at many a tournament, so if anybody's a tournament shooter knows who he is.
Yeah, it's Jacob Henze.
That's it, Jacob.
Yep, Jacob. He's a fireball. He's a great kid, great shot. Is getting to love golf. That's his big thing now. Is he loves to play golf. So, but we're gonna get him back into shooting his bow here pretty soon. So,
Well, sometimes it's good to take a break from shooting your bow.
yes,
So I'm at the Georgia Archery base station. As you can see, this is the base station for Georgia Archery. And you are in your archery shop at the house, I'm assuming.
yeah, yes, I am.
Faith in Archery is a place that you have a full-time job, but you do the Faith in Archery part-time when people can get a chance that you're not when you're not working your regular job.
Yes,
So, and that's a faith in archery is a good thing, right? I mean, it's you know lots of the S3DA teams are churches, and so you sort of go along that route of knowing that
yeah.
you church stuff. So, but look, here's the funny part: we don't have any tournaments to talk about. You know why we don't have any tournaments to talk about?
It's hunting season.
It's hunting season. It is hunting season, and it's hunting season in most every state in the union now.
Yes.
So, have you been able to get out and sling an arrow at an animal, or at least try to?
Not yet.
Not
Got a
yet.
couple things planned. Got a couple weekends planned for it, but busy helping other people get their
Get their act together.
act together. So still got strings on order. A little late to the party, but we're working on it.
I understand. Um, I have been helping people get their stuff together at the shop, um, and it's funny because we always have a bet opening weekend. What's the first thing that's coming through the door? Usually, somebody's cut their string with a broadhead, dropped their bow out of the deer stand. The sight broke, something broke, this blowed up, something, right?
You know. Yep.
Yeah, somebody's draw the bow back. My cousin was playing with my bow last night and see if he could draw it back, and he couldn't. So here's the funny part: all day Saturday was a busy day. Cut arrows, sold a bow. First guy walked in, wanted a bow, this, that, and the other. But I didn't have any of that.
Really?
It was shocking. We would all lost the bet.
Y'all lost. All right.
We all lost. Who because it'd be like, how long is it going to be? Is it the third customers, the fifth customers, or
Yeah.
by 10 o'clock? Or is about what we've done it every year. I mean, I've been there 10 years, and we've always done it. Everybody lost the bet,
Wow. Hmm.
so we did not have that dry fire, that break, that whatever on Saturday. So I went hunting on Sunday. I sat in the stand and I saw a couple of babies and a baby mama.
Yep.
On Monday is actually when I went, and
Cool.
had a good time. It was I enjoy it. 20 foot in the air, close to God. You know,
Yes.
peace and quiet. Watch the world wake up. Watch the world go to sleep. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Get away from the hustle and bustle and all the electronics that tie us to everything we do. So,
Yes.
um, So then I go into work on Monday, and it's 15 bows blowed up. But either crossbows, bows, whatever. So they just waited. They didn't come
Waited for
Saturday.
Monday.
They came on Tuesday in droves. So
Oh wow!
it was crazy. Yeah, so I just 15, and that's
You
what
guys are closed Sunday and Monday, so
closed on Sunday and Monday. So we opened back on Tuesday, and there it was.
oh,
Everybody, we make the joke all the time that our uh our Sunday and Monday is like Chick-fil-A, right? Chick-fil-A's closed on Sunday and Monday. Everybody's got to go because they missed it for a day,
yeah.
and that's what happened. We get a good surge on Tuesday every Tuesday because everybody's missed us for 2 days, um, you know. And so, but yeah, we had a good week so far. Sold some bows. Guys, it's funny how guys will pick up bows after the fact. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's
I
it's
keep telling people, like, hey, order your bows early in the year. Get started early. Don't wait till the last minute. And
we had a gentleman who has actually been in the shop. He was in the shop 4 different times, and we have been just slammed. I mean, our shop's busy shop, but we've been slammed. And he's bought like a sight, and he bought a stabilizer, and he bought some other stuff. But he showed up opening Saturday morning and said it's time. So he bought his bow.
wow.
Set him up and got him going, and he's out to do. We've also had a lot of our customers send us pictures of them shooting, you know, whatever they shot. Several people shot their first deer ever, first bow kill, and then we've been sharing that on our social media page. So it's fun to live through them, just in general,
Oh,
just to
yeah.
watch what people have done. You know that, and you've helped coach kids and watch them do, and it's just watch them be successful. It's just awesome when they hit the middle for the first time. They turn around, that big old smile on their face.
Yep.
It's the greatest thing that ever happened. So
Oh yeah. I get a kick out of it, and I get customers that will send me the little basket, 6 points or 8 points, and
I'm
they're all geeked
first
out about it.
year. I
Yeah,
mean,
oh,
for
I love
real.
it. So,
I mean, and that's my. Here's my. I'm gonna step on my soapbox for a minute. Do not, and I'm preaching to the choir, but do not down anybody for what they shoot, because
oh yeah,
if it's a 2 pointer, 6 pointer, 4 pointer, a doe that a
oh yeah,
baby that just a little bit, if it's their first animal, they have worked hard to get there, and
yes,
they accomplished something.
yes.
Shooting a deer with a bow is not easy. If it was, everybody would do it.
Oh, I had a customer the other day. He dropped off his bow, and no, I'm sorry, he picked up his bow. We got it all set up, and he's like, "I'll send you a picture when I get my first big buck." I was like, "I don't care if it's a small buck or a doe. Just send me a picture. Give me. I want to see it. I love it." So,
100%. I got a young man that I've been coaching for a couple of years now, and he shot his first doe with a bow, and it was bigger than he was. It's it was huge. It was nice, and I was like, "Hey, congratulations, buddy!" I didn't get as lucky as you did, so I mean, I'm happy for that. Speaking of bow hunting, so we're gonna stay on the hunting side since that's what time of year it is.
yeah.
Um, what are you hunting with?
I got a Darton Sequel 35.
35.
Mm-hmm.
Is that also what you tournament shoot with?
I have done some.
Okay.
I've what did I shoot with it? I
But
think
that's
I
the
did
bow
like
that you just
one.
shoot.
Yeah, and I've done some ASA events
I got
with
you.
that, and but I've switched to the as far as tournament. I've switched to the PSE Super X,
Super
uh,
X. Yep.
and I think I'm gonna leave the Sequel 35 as just a short stabilizer, just hunting setup, and
I got you.
it's stable. It is really stable.
It's good
So,
shooting bow.
oh
Good
god, it's
shooting bow.
awesome. Yeah.
What kind of arrows you shooting?
The Black Eagle Rampage. So I've got a little custom setup. I've got iron will, 25 grain hit insert with a 25 grain iron will collar, um, sever broadheads. What else? Tack mains. So,
Does what you need it to do.
mm-hmm. 8
Yeah.
pounds. It only weighs 430, 435.
Okay.
But
What's your
it's
draw length?
20, just shy of 29.
Okay. And then You poundage wise?
64, 65.
I got you. So it's a great little arrow. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm on the performance mod on the sequel, so
I got you. Get a
it's
little more oomph.
yeah, it's smooth. It's still
Yep.
very smooth.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
so
But I always ask that, because everybody's different. We all shoot different brands. We always
oh,
want
yeah,
everybody wants to know what area you're shooting, what bow you're shooting, what release are you shooting.
yeah. I switch it up. Right now it's the Rampage. I've been shooting Rampage actually for the last couple of years. I thought about going to the X Impact, but stuck with the Rampage.
Well, the X Impact is a great arrow, and I tell you, it's actually a great arrow that I've seen shoot in tournaments. Because some people want a little more oomph in their stuff, and then they turn around and get then to get a deep impact to hunt with, an X Impact, so they don't change the 4 mm.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got a fast arrow for outdoor, and then they got a heavier arrow for whatever they want to kill with.
Yep.
It's a great little arrow.
Yeah, I shoot the X Impact for a lot of my tournament stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's a great little thin arrow, and gets the job done for sure.
Yep.
Well, and nobody, if anybody's watching this who's actually watched this, everybody knows that I am shooting on Hoyt and AX2 aluminum, because if you buy 2 tournament bows, you can't afford a carbon hunting bow.
yes, I prefer the aluminum bows, anyways. I like the weight. So
Yep. So, and then I'm shooting Easton arrows. I've always shot Easton arrows.
Yep.
That is I know you can't see it on the camera, but that's the original Easton logo.
Oh, cool.
From I don't know how long ago. But I mean, it's just a guy shooting a bow, but it's a cool little logo, and that's the original Easton logo. And they always joke, some of the guys at the shop and with Easton always say, "Well, you're branded now, you can't change."
Oh yeah. Well, my pastor at church, he named his youngest son Easton.
Did he?
And all his kids shoot Easton arrows.
Yeah. Well, Easton itself is a humongous company. If you name Easton, people think if they're baseball players, they know about baseball bats, and they know about all the other equipment that Easton makes. But Easton started in the archery world,
Yes.
So that's just how that works. Bear is in the house. What's up, Bear? Good to see you. I miss seeing you on the range, brother. I sure do. So I know that it's early because we're still hunting, but let's just go into tournament archery a little bit.
Okay.
Because your son shoots a lot of tournament archery.
Yep.
That means you travel to a lot of tournament archery.
Yes.
So what do you have plans locally? I guess you'll still shoot S3DA stuff when you can.
Yep.
And then maybe some others, ASA, USA or GAA or GBAA or whatever locally. But what major tournaments are y'all planning on traveling to this year?
Well, we were thinking about going to Rushmore Rumble. That's at the ATA show.
Yes,
so
sir.
That's going to be interesting because scheduling wise, but we're going to try to make that.
Okay.
Lancaster is going to be another one we'll go to. We loved going to that last year, so we'll definitely.
It's a great little tournament. Yeah, it is.
Bucket list one for me is Reading. I want to do Reading. So
I understand that.
So,
and it's been a few years since the boys in blue have been to Reading, so maybe George and the gang are ready to go again.
They
George
talked about it.
George
Yeah.
has gone several times. I mean, he's been there watching them, and so maybe he's going to get a group together to go. That's always been on my bucket list. It's a tournament that I thought I was going to go to last year, and then things just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So as far as tournaments go, I should be at the Rushmore Rumble. I probably won't shoot Lancaster, but I may be there in a capacity of coaching.
Okay.
But I am planning on shooting the Rushmore just because it's something new and different, and I've got to be at the ATA. I'm not got to be, but I'm going to be at the ATA show anyway, so I might as well just sign up and shoot. And I have lots of students that are going to that event anyway, so I can be there as, coaching and helping them if they need something that falls apart. And I am hoping to do the first 3 ASAs.
Yeah.
That's on my goals. Vegas will not be on my list this year because of when ASA happens.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, like, it's one before, one after, that type of thing. So I probably won't do that one at all. So,
well, we plan on doing a lot more of the ASAs this year. We did. Which one? We went Foley this year. We were supposed to go to London. Obviously, that didn't happen. And then we went to Coleman. I went to Coleman this year. We bought a camper. So
that makes a little different.
Yeah. So now I've got a little bit bigger truck. So the truck can pull the camper. So we're going to try to go camp until all the ASAs that we can go to.
Well, so. and they do have a lot of campsites, campgrounds close to all the ASAs. Yeah. My plan is to go to the first 3, and the reason being is because I run I help at an archery shop, and after that it gets slammed. After 4th of July, it's ridiculous, and then it doesn't slow down till January.
No.
I mean, and that's just why that is. But the calendar is full. Mm-hmm. I plan on shooting some TSO events. I don't know if you've seen the TSO. Mm-hmm. That's the shootout series. I'm gonna. Ace is actually hosting 2 of those events.
Oh, really?
At the range. So it's not very expensive. They shoot a vertical 3-spot target. Scored is Vegas, and then they have shoot ups at the end. So if you are interested in shooting some indoor, it's local, easy to get to. Those are some events that would be, if you got some guys who want to come and shoot, that would be the one to like, hey, this is something local. We'll get something going. There will be 2 at Ace. There's 2 in Prattville. I don't know, at the, what's the name of the archery shop in Pratt? I can't remember the name of the archery shop. It's one of those things that Robert Householder's shop.
Okay.
In Prattville. So he's hosting 2 of those events because it's called the Chattahoochee Circuit. So it has Alabama and Georgia.
Okay.
And so 2 in Prattville, 2 in Georgia that are on the schedule for sure. And then there's 1 or 2 more that are scheduled. And the state championship is to be announced. If you make the top 8 in the nation, in other words, they have different circuits. They have a Tennessee circuit and a Kentucky circuit and the Chattahoochee circuit and some other Illinois circuit. They have a bunch of different circuits. But if you get the top 8 in the nation, then you get to go to what they call the gauntlet. And
I heard of that.
And the gauntlet is pretty cool because you get to shoot like a Lancaster style shoot up, 4th or 8th, depending on how many places they go. And you shoot up and you get to stand on a stage with a big screen and watch the video, and there's live. It's pretty cool. So
did you have some shooters make that last year?
I did. I had a couple of shooters make the gauntlet last year. Yes, sir. Right. And so that was the reason that I decided to host a couple of events, because I wanted to get a few more people involved. So
good. All right, that's cool.
And
I'll definitely send me the information on that whenever.
Will do. So it's and then they use both score, so they have a digital score and a paper score, so everybody can watch the numbers and everybody's stuff, and then you can see where everybody stands. And once you figure out how many you need to make the gauntlet, 4 scores or 3 scores, whatever it's going to be. And then they go from there. And then where state championship's going to be, we're not sure yet. Last time they had state championship in 2 places. They had one in Alabama and one in Georgia, so that the Alabama guys didn't have to travel as far and the Georgia guys didn't have to travel as far. And then they just took the scores and figured it out. So
that's cool.
And it's not too expensive. I don't know, $20 or $30 per tournament.
Oh, it's not bad. Yeah.
And you pay $5 to be a member, so it's pretty cool.
Oh. That's simple. That's awesome.
But I just figured it was some more competition, that was different, that people could go to. So,
yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, Jacob would probably get into that. He'd love to do it.
Well, the cool part is it's adults, kids, everybody.
Yeah.
I think they break out the adults by 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. So they break them out, and they got compound, recurve, bare bow. I think they even have a Genesis section. I don't know. They got tons of different. So everybody can have fun and have a good time. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I hope you get back, Bear. I'm just gonna feed the comments that I have over here. And now Billy says that History of Easton is a great book. I wonder why. Let me get my book back. Yeah, the 100 Years of Easton. They printed a book of it, and it's a great read. It's just interesting to learn more about. And just so happens that Greg Easton is now president of World Archery. So
yes, I saw that. That's that's
nobody. Nobody in the United States really has donated as much to World Archery as Easton has.
Yeah.
Easton is the number one winning arrow in the Olympics. Period. And Korea has beat us down in the recurve section forever and a day. Yeah. But most of those are still shooting an Easton arrow. So there's a reason for that. So make good products. And then nobody, it's hard to make a bad product today, because if you make a bad product today, the internet's going to tell you really fast.
Yes.
Really fast.
Very, very,
so, talk about products. I mean, are you excited because it's fixing to be new product launch season?
Yes, this is. I'm eager to find out what all these companies are come up with. Especially, I mean, I'm a big Darton fan. I'm eager to see what they come out with next. Do they make another big jump, or are they going to be stagnant? We'll see. But
who knows? I mean, and PSE has a new CEO.
Yeah.
So PSE could do something different, just because a new CEO always comes in, and he has to leave his mark somehow or another.
Yes.
Matthews has always been number one in sales for most places, because they're the best advertising company on the planet.
Yeah. Matthews jerseys everywhere.
Oh, so yeah. Red and black, yellow and black, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Exactly. that popped up to my head.
Well, what's funny is people don't remember. I'm gonna date myself, but Jennings wore a shirt that was yellow and black and yellow and blue. They went to yellow and blue one year, and they looked like bumblebees because it was striped. This was before Bear and Jennings got together as Bear Jennings.
Yeah.
I mean, this dates myself for how long ago it was, but Matthews has done a well job. I mean, McPherson has not let down. He's not slowed down. So he's doing great things, and make decent products, and good company, still privately owned. So it's not the one downside to some of these organizations that have turned into publicly traded companies is it's all about the dollar bill, not the hunters for hunters or bow hunters, and they're not really, they're just looking at dollars.
Yeah, it sounds sad.
There's a lot of companies out there that just really look for our dollars, and it bothers me. But
there's some of them that I will not recommend their products.
I feel you. There's a company out there, not going to mention no names, that I feel like that it's the company that archery companies go to die.
I think you and I are thinking the same one.
Has been at the top of the heap with all the products that they had, but the problem is they didn't continue those products.
Yeah.
So you said you was shooting several broadheads. Have you tested any other broadheads?
So I've got Iron Will. I haven't shot their single bevels, but I've got a double bevel.
Double bevel. Okay.
What was the other one? Tulu.
Tulu.
Yeah, I became good friends with the guys over at Tulu, so they sent me one of their broadheads, and it's interesting because it's got a built-in twist to it. So
it has it automatically offset. So if you need to make sure your vanes are set the same way. So.
Yeah, and that's the nice part about some of the strings that I sell, the way they come off that string, it goes the same one direction. They were able to give me a broadhead that's already spun that direction. So
Is that left?
this one is right.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out because I have found that more and more left coming off the string lately. So
Yeah, the, the guy I work with, he twists them the opposite direction.
I
So
got you.
so him and his dad swear by it. So
Well, here's the thing, right? If you're twisting left, now this is a big debate. So in the
yeah,
comments below, leave your which way is your helical, right? In the comments, post below which way is your helical. But if it's going right, the broadhead is tightening the whole time.
yeah.
If it's going left, it has a chance to untighten.
Mhm.
So it's just strange that a lot more companies are doing left. Not that it's a big deal, but for tournament archery, it's not because we all have glue in points, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of points out there that have a little rubber washer that locks it up pretty good, so you don't have to move it. Broadheads and fill tips and that type of thing. And there's ways around it, but you know,
Little
if it
bow wax on the threads. That's
little,
right.
little bow wax on the threads. That's right. So, but
I
yeah,
got a buddy
that's
of mine that puts blue Loctite. Oops, sorry.
there you
He
go.
puts blue Loctite on his threads. I'm like, oh, and I don't think I want to do that.
No, gotta put blue
Never
Loctite.
get
You're gonna have to put a little grip on that to get it to break.
oh,
But,
flame action to get that off. So
so yeah, but yeah, man. What else? I mean, this is your first podcast. I saw you post to tell everybody that I
yeah,
was like, hey, come on out and
there's
you know
goofballs being up here. Yeah.
hang out and
Um,
see what's going on. Um, so yeah, it was pretty simple to get on. It was
yeah.
pretty simple to get your camera working, your microphone working. Um, so the podcast was pretty simple to do.
Oh yeah.
But so tell us a little bit about Faith in Archery and what made you start that.
So back in just a little bit background on me. COVID hit, and before COVID, I actually wasn't saved. I was saved during COVID. Um, and just making a long story short, my wife had been working on me for a very, very, very long time. And yes, just, yeah, she, one thing she never told me until later on is she had a prayer that she repeated constantly saying she wanted me to basically not sleep, be hot in bed, get covers off, and just be miserable.
Until you figured it out, right?
So I figured it out. Well, COVID was the key. I had too much time to think, had the right people pushing the right buttons, and I was saved. So I gave my life over to the Lord.
Nothing wrong with that.
Um, I had been tuning bows for myself and for friends and beforehand, and I always loved tuning bows. I always loved archery. I loved seeing people be able to shoot a bow the right or better after I get their bows tuned. Um, but some of it just something pushed me, and I felt like it was the Lord pushing me to do something in archery because I felt like I can just love on people through archery and help spread the word. So with Faith in Archery, we've got a slogan that's based off of Psalms 127:4, which is as arrows are in the hands of a mighty warrior, so are the children of one's youth. And with that, the slogan is raising arrows through archery. But we also have raising arrows through missions. So the last few years, we've used a lot of the profits that have made through through Faith in Archery to support local mission trips. I was able to fully fund my wife to go to Cambodia a few years ago. We're looking to possibly do the same thing in December. She may be going with Jacob. They actually may be going to Cambodia the day after Christmas. So, which actually may prevent me from going to ATA. So that's the only thing. We'll see how that works out. Then we've actually funded a couple or gave money to multiple people to be able to go on their mission trips and through the business. So it's a tool for us to help spread the word and just love on the people that are across from us. So it's
Well, that's awesome.
and
That's why I wanted you to explain. People doesn't know or what they've seen. And I wanted you to explain what that was. Because like you said, you have a full time job. You
yep,
you work, and this is your extra. And some people could extra sit on the couch and watch the tube, right, and just relax. And you take that extra time when you're not at work to do more work.
yep,
But there's a means to the madness. So, um, and so that's why I wanted to make sure that everybody heard so they understand what faith and archery is. And I know we've worked together like different things because you're a small shop in the corner of your house, and you can't get parts for everything, but you can
yes,
call other people and get parts, so that you can help people out. So, um,
and
and that's
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 means
what that's what you know
yeah, it means a lot to me that
that's
you would
what we
think
want
about
to
this
do.
house. So it's I
Yeah.
thank you very much for that. So
Yeah, and that's what we want to do. I mean, we don't, this archery is too small to hold fights or hold grudges against
yeah,
other people, right? I mean, there's only a handful of archers. I mean, in the big scheme of things, there's only a handful full of archers. So we want to make sure that we all get along, and we all and we're like brothers and sisters. We can fight. We cannot like something that somebody says. I mean, it happens.
yes,
But we understand that brothers and sisters are going to fight, they're going to fuss, but they're still going to love each other and
yes,
care for each other and help each other any way they can. So that's what archery as a family. I don't I always figured out archery was a family,
yes,
you know?
very much so.
Um and so yes, we're like brothers and sisters, and sometimes we'll be mad as heck at each other. Um just because that's how it happens. But we're a family, and we do help each other out, and that's what we're supposed to do. So, I
Yes,
mean, it's just where it is. So, yeah. But I'm glad that you told that. As everybody knows, I started Georgia Archery because, people are asking. I kept a calendar,
hmm,
and people asked, "Where's the next shoot? Where's the this? Where's that?" So that's why we started this, and that's what the podcast was actually originally started. Was every week just talk about who shot where and when's going to shoot the next shoot.
yeah,
Well, right now nobody's shooting anything, so we're going to talk about deer shooting. We're going to talk about bows. We're going to talk about different companies, different places, different things to
yeah,
keep up going with it. But um, let's get this going. If you want to follow us, please make sure you like, comment, and share. Subscribe to all of the social media. We're anywhere and everywhere that there is social media. So we're on the Instagram, we're on the TikToks, we're on the Facebooks, we're on the X, which used to be Twitter. We're on the Snappy Chats, and we're on YouTube. Also, if you're listening to this in an audio form, leave a comment, leave a message that says, "Hey, I like your content," or "Hey, I appreciate what you're doing," or whatever. Just make sure you leave a comment, because comments are the best way for everybody to see that somebody else is listening to the event, to this podcast. And you can find it on Spotify and Apple and Google and anywhere that podcast is found. And if it's not on one of your podcasts, be sure to send us a message. Speaking of the calendar that I said we started with, I built a webpage, www.georgiaarchery.com. On there, you can find that all these dates that we do talk about, when there's lots of dates to talk about, on the calendar. So you can find out when the shoots are, when they were. I mean, all big dates that we were talking about, the Rumble and the Vegas and the Indoor Nationals and U.S. Archery events, and all of those events are on that calendar, so you can find it. And it usually has the address of the place and that type of thing, so you can always find it. There's also pictures when we're at state championships. I usually have a photographer. If everybody knows that my daughter gets around and takes pictures,
Mhm.
and I try to upload those pictures so everybody can do. If your information is not on my calendar and you want it on the calendar, please send me a message at info@georgiaarchery.com on the email, or you can message me on any of the social platforms. I'll make sure we add it and do it and get it going. So that's pretty much the sales pitch from me to everybody about Georgia Archery.
There you go.
So
I got a
um,
question for you because you were talking about just a little bit ago, real quick. So my son Jacob is thinking about shooting known 45 in
known
ASA.
45.
He's want to
Okay.
get he wants to get out of youth.
I understand that. I understand getting out of the youth. I have worked lots of youth through the youth.
Yeah,
So nothing is wrong with that. Just be prepared to carry that butt whooping to
yeah,
start with.
yep.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Oh no, no,
There are a lot of killers in that class. I've shot that class for a few years, and there's some big numbers dropped in that class every year. But you don't have to deal with the how would I put this nicely? You don't have to deal with the parents walking around holding the bows, carrying the bows, and worried about little Johnny doing the best that he can, and you don't have to worry about that part of it in the known 45 class,
yeah,
because the known 45 class has a lot of adults in there that do their thing. So
yeah. So I'm thinking about dropping down to
um
known 45 because I'm shooting known 50 now. I'm thinking about dropping
are
down
you
to 44, known 45 just to compete against them. See who's whoop up on each other.
well, I took a 12 or 14 year break from ASA.
All right.
um it was really crazy because I traveled the circuit hard for a little while when I was younger. And I mean, we didn't have known 45 and known this and known that. We had A, B, and C class,
Yeah.
and then semi-pro and pro. And so I took a 12-year hiatus, and then I called and I said, hey, because I did shoot the first known 45 class that they ever had. And then I shot the second year that they had known 45. And I can tell you a story about that, because the first year we showed up to known 45, and we had 15 shooters.
Oh wow.
15 shooters in the known 45 class. The next year we shot 6 to a stake
Wow.
because we were full. So yeah, I saw both sides of the known 45 class, but when I went to go change after 12 years of not shooting in a while, ASA says, well, John, didn't you win some money along the way? I was like, yeah, but that's 12 years ago. My eyes were a whole lot younger. My shooting was a whole lot better. And, so they let me go back to known 40. And the only reason I went to known 40 is because I had a whole lot of students and friends that were shooting the known 40 class. And I was like, hey, I just want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
And so D Falk was the director then of the all the federation, and I had to call D, and D says, John, you can shoot whatever class you want. It's been 12 years. It's going to be a lot different. So I was like, okay. So I shot known 40 when I came back, and I've been in the known 45 class for a few years. After that, I just went ahead and moved up. And then now that I'm old enough, I'm shooting in the known 50 45 class. In other words, it's 45, but I'm shooting 50. And I'm thinking I may move into the 50-yard class. I don't know yet. It has to do with where my friends are shooting, and
Yeah.
that type of thing. I will say that the 50-year-old guys have a great time shooting bows.
Oh yeah.
It is. Those guys
I'm
are
about
the
7
most
years
fun.
I'm about 7 years from joining them.
7 years is no time at all, but
No,
at the
it's
same
not.
time, it's a long way away.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went to the senior class this year and I had a ball. I mean, those guys were just fun to shoot with. The cool part is that we all put our glasses on. We all had to look at our sights very well, and then I had to turn around and go, "Hey, what was that yardage again?" Because I forgot by the time I walked back and walked back here. And so we all felt, and we could always talk about the aches and pains that we have together. In the Gnome 45 class, couldn't talk about the video game that they was playing, the younger kids, and I didn't have that same, it didn't fit the same because of the younger guys in that class, so they could kill it. There's no doubt about it. So I do believe that it's fun to shoot in up, push yourself, move yourself forward. I had one student. I mean, you know who Gabrielle is.
Oh yeah.
We moved her out and put her in the 40 class, and she won out of 40.
Wow.
And then she went to 45, and then she's 1 out of 45, and well, she only has two choices: go pro or quit shooting. So that's where she's at. So
That's awesome.
and they did put a stipulation in that says that if you don't have sponsorship money for a certain amount, you don't have to go pro yet, which is a good thing because there's a lot of kids that really can't afford that pro entry fee.
Yes.
Because the pro entry fee is not cheap. It's expensive.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I think that's cool. I don't see why you would, a Gnome 45's class is not that much more expensive, and you get just to compete with a lot harder competition.
Yeah, he wants to push himself. So
yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
If you're moving that way, move that way. You know what I'm saying? There's not a problem with that at all. So
yeah, and the kid's a heck of a shot. I mean, he did Total Archery Challenge with us last year and wasn't stepping up at all. I mean, he was shooting from the cones, and he can launch an arrow. So
everybody that you spoke of Total Archery Challenge, let's just go into that a little bit. So Total Archery Challenge is exactly what it means.
Yes, it's a challenge.
It's a total archery challenge. Total meaning you got to climb the mountain.
Yep.
You got to come down the hill. You got to draw your bow and shoot the shot.
Yeah, there's times where I've got a watch that keeps my heart rate, and I've walked up this huge hill, and I get up to the top of the hill, and the cone's right there, and I'm like, I've got to sit. My heart's racing like 130 beats. Yeah,
for sure. There's no doubt about it.
My heart's about to fall on my chest.
The word total means it totally. There's no doubt about it.
And then you have a 100-yard shot uphill, and it's just Yep.
And you done climb the mountain to get there.
Yep.
Or you climb the top of the mountain and then you're shooting 100 yards down the hill.
Yes.
And then that's where you got to go pull your arrow.
Yep.
You're like, oh. So
I think the best course I have done so far, and I've only done the Tennessee TAC event, but no, I did the one in Dahlonega, but that wasn't the same. Tennessee, if you do the Sitka course, you're walking the first, say, 13, 14 targets, you're walking downhill. And there's some times where you're walking uphill to go get your arrow and you come back. But then at some point it dawns on you, like, I've been walking downhill for a while.
So what does that mean? You got to get back there.
Yes.
Right.
And you only have 7 targets left, so you got to go uphill pretty steep. So it's
on what we would call the downhill side of your tournament or your shooting is all uphill. Yes. So I understand completely. Yes. I shot the Dahlonega, and then I shot the Bowtech experience or Bowtech's thing in Kentucky, and it was a different monster in itself. And then I didn't go. We let Mark go to the Tennessee one this past year. So
cool.
And so we let Mark go do that. So he did that event, and so everybody can't go when you have to be open on a Saturday. So, yep. But yeah, I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. We didn't
Yeah.
have a big crowd, but they'll all watch it over. You know, it gets watched over and over again, and gets edited and pushed out on YouTube, and the audio forms. People will listen to it. So, I
Yeah.
do appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Is there anything that you'd like to tell who is watching and who's gonna watch? About archery in general or about yourself or anything last words?
Mm, I can't think of anything. I mean, it's
Can't think of
I
anything. We've
just
talked about everything.
yeah.
Your
Thank
your
you for
wife
inviting
prayed.
me. Um,
Yep.
Thank you for everyone that has supported Faith and Archery and myself through the last 4 or 5 years now. So
It's
it's
it
going and it's going great. So
COVID did a lot of things for a lot of people.
yeah.
Um, it really did. It changed a lot of people's perspectives, and some people figured out what was important for them. Because you couldn't work. We called it the archery stimulus package because
Yes.
you couldn't work, you couldn't be around people, so you had to find something to do. And archery is one of those things that you don't have to have 12 people to shoot. You can shoot in
No.
your backyard.
Oh yeah.
I will say that I feel another reckoning coming with archery when the Olympics is back in the United States. I really
Mhm.
do believe that there'll be a bump in archery just because we want to see, and they're allowing compound archery for a male and a female to shoot as in an event
Yes.
in
Yes.
in that in that. So I think that's gonna bring a lot. So I'm waiting for that. It's 2028 won't be around the corner in a minute. That's closer than your being 50. So
Yep. Yep. You got any kids that are want to get on that team? Are
I
they pretty?
do. I do actually have a I do actually have a couple that said they would like to have an Olympic medal now. And I'm not gonna lie, Curtis Broadnax has a really good chance to
Mm-hmm.
make that cut. He has a
He's
couple of those
excellent.
world medals in teams.
Yep.
He's done very awesome. And then have him talk to the younger kids because they can, and they don't say they have to make it 2028, but there's a chance now, right?
Yeah.
There's a chance that you can actually have an Olympic medal, and there's a lot of folks that are probably going to come out of retirement
Yeah.
because of that. So I
Yes.
do believe that's going to happen. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for joining me tonight. Like I
My
said, if you
pleasure.
have any information you need to send me, info@georgiaarchery.com. Check out the website. Check us out on social media. Check out Faith and Archery. They have a page, so you
Hmm.
can find them. And dude, take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime.
Yes.
Until
Definitely.
next time, I'm Big John. Come on, you know who you are.
I'm Chuck Hensey. All
That's right. And we'll see you.
right.